Good afternoon, teacher. My name is Paula Catalina Zapata. I'm going to present the activity of analysis of the role play video. The first is semiotic and pragmatic elements in the dialogue. The dialogue between the student and Albert Einstein about time travel effectively incorporates both semiotic and pragmatic elements. Semiotics refer to the study of signs and symbols, while pragmatics focus on the context and use of language. Semiotic elements in the dialogue, verbal signs, the words and phrases used in the dialogue, such as time dilation, relativity, and black hole, are crucial for conveying the scientific concepts being discussed. Non-verbal signs, while not explicitly stated, the tone of the voice, facial expressions, and gestures of both participants in the dialogue would contribute to the meaning of the conversation. For example, Einstein's tone might be authoritative and truthful, reflecting his expertise of on the subject. Now, pragmatic elements. First, we have a context. The dialogue takes place in a hypothetical setting where the student is discussing time travel with a renowned physicist. This context shapes the expectations and interpretation of the conversation. Second, a speaker's intention. Einstein's intention are to explain the concept of time dilation and address the ethical implication of time travel. The intention of the student is to gain a better understanding of these topics. Third, listeners' inferences. As the listener, the student draw inferences based on Einstein's explanation and the student's own knowledge. For example, the student infer that time travel to the past might be dangerous due to the potential for paradoxes. Politeness principles. Both participants adhere to politeness principles by using respectful language and avoiding offensive or confrontational statements. Speech acts. The dialogue includes various speech acts such as questions, explanations, and assertions. For example, the questions of the student serve as requests for information, while Einstein's explanations are informative speech acts. We have to take into account that the context, the hypothetical setting of a conversation with Einstein about time travel creates a unique context that influences the interpretation of the dialogue. And the speaker's intention, for example, Einstein's intention are to inform and educate, while the student is to learn and understand. And now the relationship between semiotic and pragmatic elements. The semiotic and pragmatic elements of the dialogue are interconnected and mutually influential. The choice of words and symbols, semiotics, is shaped by the context, speaker's intentions, and listeners' inferences, pragmatics. And conversely, the pragmatic context and intentions influence the interpretation of the semiotic elements. Together, they contribute to the overall meaning and effectiveness of the roleplay. And finally, reflecting of semiotic and pragmatic analysis, analyzing the semiotic and pragmatic elements of this roleplay can help to recognize these elements in real world context and improve the communication skills by understanding how language is used to convey meaning and how context and intentions influence interpretation. And I can become a more effective communicator and listener.